It's wedding season, and we're going in the dark with Taylor Swift at Madison Square Garden. In case you haven't heard and you've been living under a rock, Taylor Swift just got married, and she married Travis Kelce over the July 4th weekend. Their wedding was held at Madison Square Garden in New York City, and it was black tie only. Black tie is a formal dress code with men in tuxedos and women in rich dark colors of blues, emeralds, burgundies, rich jewel colors. Taylor Swift's wedding was black tie only. She rented out Madison Square Garden of all places and invited about 1,000 people. It was probably a little bit more than that, but that was her guess. And I just feel like if you weren't on Taylor Swift guest list and you were wondering where you stood with Taylor in your friendship circle and you didn't get an invite, then you probably know where you stand. But anyway, back to the fashion of Taylor Swift's wedding. There's been a lot of rumors as to what Taylor Swift actually wore on her wedding day. We haven't seen any pictures. We haven't seen any actual accounts of what dress she actually wore. There's been a rumor about one particular dress, a Dior Couture dress that I feel is very elegant, but it says more Rhode Island Spring Garden wedding than it does Madison Square Garden black tie formal wedding. I could see Taylor wearing some kind of variation of that dress in more elegant accessories, maybe beaded or diamonds, that would accentuate the elegance of what that wedding absolutely was. Because if we look at some of the sketches, some designers actually made of dresses that they thought Taylor Swift would be wearing at her wedding. They're pretty spectacular and they're very elegant. So I could see something a little more elegant than what that Dior dress looked like. But you never know. It's Taylor Swift, and you just never know what she came out with. But you can bet that it wasn't anything we've been talking about at all. But what we do know about is what her guests wore. And her guests absolutely knocked it out of the park. Their fashion sense is beyond, and their stylists, I'm sorry, the stylists in Hollywood and New York and London and Paris are just knocking it out of the park. And the celebrities that are wearing a lot of these garments are looking outstanding. There are six looks in particular that I want to talk about. And I'm going to start with Gracie Abrams. She wore this red candy looking Chanel that looked delicious. I'll be honest. It looked like this most delicious red candy you could ever see. And it was Chanel, and Gracie Abrams looked amazing. And then Selena Gomez in this elegant Oscar de la Renta that the champagne colored shimmering evening gown really brought out the sophistication and elegance of what Selena Gomez has become. And Harley Kloss, who wore this elegant metallic gold taupe that really was shimmering in the summer sun and looked comfortable and elegant. You can tell Carly Kloss really heeded the call for black tie elegance. And Jennifer Lopez shredded one of my black tie wedding no-nos, and she wore black. She wore this beautiful black velvet bodice, luxurious lurex skirt that looked matted black. Jennifer Lopez just showed everyone how to in glamour. Then Gabriella Brooks in this Summer's Here Connor Ives pink feather maxi that looked incredible. She is stunning. I never realized what a stunning woman Gabriella Brooks is, but she really knocked it out of the park with this dress. And then Gigi Hadid. She looked stunning in a hot pink Wiederhoff. Gigi Hadid wears dresses, they don't wear her, and she knocked it into another stratosphere. Now we know Taylor Swift was not going to be outdone by any of her guests in terms of what she wore on her wedding day. And I can't wait to see what it is. There's been many predictions, there's been many stories about what it might look like, but we're going to see what it looks like eventually. And I think it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see what Taylor Swift has in store for us in her reveal of her wedding dress that I hope to talk about soon in the dark.